Hi, everybody. This is Rekha. Jai Shri Krishna, everybody. I wanted to go live today because something happened last night that really reminded me of how far I have come and how important it is to show up, even when things don't go as you planned. So last night, I was supposed to be one of the panelists on our global webinar, and I was supposed to present my story in front of thousands of people. It was such a special moment for me, a full circle kind of moment, because 3 years ago, I watched the same webinar, and I was inspired by other people who shared their story. So I wanted to be inspiration to other people now. After 3 years, I have done this before last year, but I wanted to do again because I have had a lot of growth since then. So I wanted to share with people. But due to technical issues, I did not get to speak yesterday. I'll be honest, I was a little frustrated and disappointed. But then I reminded myself, the growth, the confidence, the opportunity, they're still real, and I can still share my story here with you guys, right? So I'm gonna share what I was gonna share as a webinar panelist today in front of you guys. So hello, Jai Shri Krishna. My name is Rekha Patel Morar, and I am so happy to be here with you today. I'm originally from Gujarat, India, and now live near Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, USA. First of all, thank you everybody for being on this webinar. Just showing up means you're opening to explore something new, and that's exactly how my journey started 3 years ago. I was in IT field for over 20 years, but about 7 years ago, I got laid off. It was very sad day. I did not know, see it coming because it was just one day notice. I was getting ready to go to work and I got a phone call saying, this is your last day and you don't need to come to the office. I was really upset. But, when I was home after the layoff, I realized how much precious family time I was missing. I decided to take a break to focus on my family at that time, especially to be there for my daughters and to take care of my sick mother in law. I am so, so glad I got that chance to do that because soon after that, like in a few years, my mother in law passed away. And then my girls got engaged. You know, at that point, I knew that I would be empty nester soon. So that's when I started looking for something I could do for myself, something with purpose, flexibility, and freedom. I did not want to have fixed schedule anymore because I wanted to travel the world with my husband. That's when I came across this digital business. Just like you know, I was scared to start something new, but I watched the webinar, got inspired by other people's story, and then I did the 30-day trial right away. And I, I'll be honest, I was still little hesitant. My husband was even more hesitant. But I did my research. First time, actually, I took the refund because my husband did not want me to start the business. But then after 2 months, I kept looking at other people's story and got inspired. I did my research, and 2 months later, I started this business. So it comes in full circle, really, because um, I tell people do the trial and just start, but you can take a refund, take a break, do research, take your time, and you still can get started after you're ready. So this is why we have, every opportunity to, do your own research before you start. Because even the 30-day trial, you have no risk. It's fully refundable. So until you check the business out, don't say no to it. I'll tell you some of the biggest achievement I've had. We were able to take 4 international trips last year, and many small 3 to 4 day trips to visit family. This year we already did 2 big trips. We have a trip planned to London end of this month with both my girls and the son-in-laws, and more in planning. So I've gained the freedom to travel, be present with my loved ones. Like last few 2 weeks ago, my brother called, and said, "I have few days off. Why don't you come and spend some time with me?" I was able to just drop everything and just go. So that's what we want. I want to be there for my brothers, my kids, my family. And this is something I'm really, really proud of because I was able to contribute more to my family foundation that my brother started to support, education for kids in India. So this business has given me more than just the income. It has given me purpose. I wake up excited every morning now. Growth. I love to learn new things. I'm always learning and helping people. So it's for me, it's not just about income, it's about having my identity back. I'm building something for myself, not for my husband, but it's something that I can say I build it. So if you're feeling curious, inspired, or just unsure, take the step and at least check it out. um, Thank you so much for listening to my story. I'm cheering you guys on, and I hope to see you inside. Okay. Thanks for letting me share this story here. And I will definitely get on the webinar again. So watch out. I'm coming back to share my story. And I just love this journey. So bye bye. Thank you, Jai Shri Krishna.